today I want to do practical work one. The code course is DEP 400.3. The subject is fiber optic communication system. Okay, my lecturer name is Chinura Abdullah. I'm from class DE4A, and for the title for this practical work is snail. Okay, first of all, my name is Awangku Amirul. My number metric is 20D19F 2017. Okay, because to the left walk before one. Okay, for the title is a snail law. Okay, for the part A, diffraction. Okay, this is our experiment one. He given table one. Okay, this table one, and the material is same, air to air. So this is my result. I already get it. So I want to show you how to get the result. Okay, okay. I before that, we must open the link simulation already given for this particular work. So we go through. Okay, for this simulation, the name is bending line. Okay, okay, you can see here. This is our simulation. Okay, before we start, okay, we go to the vertical wall. One, we go to okay, wait a minute. Okay, okay. For the objective, apply index of reflection formula and investigate the Snell law to determine the characteristic of the light of propagation and to understand properties of light wave and light behavior. Okay, reflection, refraction, concept of total internal reflection. Okay, equipment is online simulation. The name for the online simulation is band design. Okay, this is our theory. We can go to the next. Okay, for the procedure, we already opened the band design and refer to the figure 4. Okay, we see that this figure 4 and set up this parameter for this experiment. Okay, material 1 is air, material 2 is air, and the ray is 650 nm. Okay, because to the simulation, okay, this is already when materials 1 is air, okay, materials 2 is air. Okay, and this we put those put in light, and we take the intensity and pick the angles. So you can see here is our angle. Okay, okay, we proceed to the this. Okay, we already click the red button, and the question is to fill the table below. So the table below for the experiment one, he giving like this. He already give the material incident angle. So we must find the intensity for the incident angles and materials reflection angles for material 2 and intensity. This is our first experiment. So I can show you how I can get the all of this result. I can show you how to get 35 in 35 for the result for the 35. Okay. Firstly, we want to find the intensity for 35. Okay. 35 5. Oh, okay. If I we take 40 lah. Okay, 40. Okay. To find the first material one intensity is up here. We take this. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry for the take taking. Okay. Here is our intensity for the material one. So the intensity is 100. Okay. That is for the first intensity for the material one. So the OP here is 100. 100. Okay. For the reflection angle materials, we can get from here. You can see here is 40. This is our reflection. Okay. This is materials to reflection angle. So the reflection angle is 40. And the intensity for the reflection angle for material 2 is also 100. So that is how I get the result for the experiment 1 L to L. Okay. We proceed to the question 1. Using speed tools, calculate the velocity of material 1 and material 2. Okay, like here I already get the velocity. How I get? Okay, this is our speed. How I can get the speed? We using the speed tool in the simulation. So this is our speed tool. Yeah, we drag and we put at the line. So you can see the speed is 1.00. So we calculate in velocity formula. The velocity formula is speed time 3 times 10 power of 8 meter per second. So the answer for the velocity is 0.3 times 10 power of 9 meter per second. That is for the material 1. Also material 2 is also same because the material is air to air. So it already give same material. Okay, we proceed to the next question. This is our graph. Using the Microsoft Excel and plot the graph. Okay, I already do the graph and I will show you how to get this graph. Okay, we go to the Microsoft Excel. You can see here. This is my experiment 1 graph. So I delete first. Okay. How I get this table? I get this table from the vertical wall. I just copy and paste it in here. We don't need to take the intensity because we just want the angle only. So we put the material 1 and material 2. Okay, how I get the graph? We select from 5 until 85 only. Why we not get the 0? Because 0 is not available. Okay, when not available, it's also same like 0, nothing. Okay, so we go to insert, then we go here, more line chart, more line, very laggy. Okay, go to XY scatter and choose the line. So I take this because very clean and okay. The graph is already come out when we drag it. Okay. Okay, in this graph is not complete because they don't have titles and our material one and material two. We don't know where is material one and material two, so we uh, we select this and put the axis title. Okay, already come out and set line. Okay, we already select this and okay. So before we proceed, we do this. First. We change our basis title. Go to this is for material. Material. And this is for material. One. Okay. The so we already know where is material two and material one. So for the chart title, we can get from our left sheet. Yeah, we can get here. We just copy and paste it on here. Okay, then enter. So the title already come up. So that is the graph. How we want to plot the graph. So we snipping to here this and put at the vertical box. Okay. So we go to proceed to the next question. Okay, determine the gradient for the graph. So the the gradient for the graph I get it is y equals to x. How I get the gradient? So we can get the gradient from this chart. We just click at straight line and more option and it will come out like this and go to display equation on chart. So the gradient already come up from the header graph. So we put anywhere but only too far from the line graph. We can put here. Okay, so this is our gradient. Okay, so that's all for the experiment one. We proceed to the experiment two. Okay. Okay. For the experiment two, repeat the procedure 1 until 7, but change the material 2 to the water and fill the table 2. So the materials 2 will be changed to water. Okay. So I already do it and I get this result. Okay. So for example, I take 30 and we want to know how I get this 31. So we go to the simulation. For that materials 2 we must change to water. We right here first. Okay. We go to the 30. 30. Oh, oh. Okay, already 30. Okay, as you can see, the reflection angle for material 2 is 22.1. So the intensity is different from the material 1. So you can see the material 1 intensity is 100 and the intensity for the material 2 is 96.91, and the third intensity is already different. This is deflection for the materials air. So the intensity is 3.09, but the speed for the air is also same like experiment 1. You can see, and the reflection also same, but for the materials too, the speed are different. So the speed is 0.7 c. So you can see here for the question 1. So the material 1 is also same like experiment 1, but for the material 2 is different because the speed is 0.75 c. So we put in velocity formula part 1 to get, and the answer is 0.225 times 10 power of 9 meter per second. So that is answer for the material water. Okay, the graph also same like example 1 how I can get it, but the difference is the graph for this graph he have it have two lines, and the gradient is different because the gradient from the graph of on the table 2 was y equals to 0.5 at 0.4 x plus 3.7743. Okay, so that is the gradient for the graph table 2. Okay, we proceed to the experiment 3. Where is the experiment 3? The different material is water changed to glass. So table 3 wants we to find the result the materials air to glass. So I take 30 only, so we proceed to the simulation. This will change to glass. Okay, as you can see here, the reflection angle air to sorry, my mistake here, glass. Okay, sorry. Okay, the reflection angle for the material glass is 19.5 degree, but for the air is 30.0 degree. That is different. Okay, but when the reflection angle for the glass is different from material A, so the intensity also different. So you can see the intensity is 94.22%. Okay, but for the material A is 100, still 100, but the reflection intensity is 5.78%. So we collect the result and put at the tables. Okay, for the velocity, we see here the material one is also same like others experiment because material one is still air, not changing, but the change is material 2. You can see here I get the material 2 for the speed is 0.7 c. Okay, we can see here. So you can see the speed is 0.67 c, and we calculate using the formula for velocity and get the velocity is 0.201 times 10 power of 9 meter per second. So that is the velocity for the material 1 and material 2. Okay, we proceed to the next question is our graph. So the graph is quite different from others graph. You can see here, this have a straight line, but here you can see you have bend of this line. Okay, and the gradient difference. Okay, the result for the gradient is on the table 3 was y equals to 0.497x plus 3.6816. How I get this graph and the gradient? The experiment also same. We do also same, but the difference is only our materials and our result. But how to get it or how to do is also same. Okay, so the result only is quite different. Okay, this is our result for experiment 3. So we proceed to the part B, reflection. Okay, this is different from part A experiment. This for the experiment 4. The difference is material 1 changing and material 2 also changing. Okay, you can see here for the material 1 is water and the material 2 is air. Okay, so the result also different. Okay, we also take the T only. Here I get the intensity for the T is 100 and material 2 reflection angle 41.8 and the intensity is 95.37% and the reflection angle for the material 1 is 30 also, but the intensity are different. Okay, 4.63%. Okay, I will show you water, air. Okay, 30. You can see here 41.8 and the intensity is 95.37. And the reflection angle intensity is 4.63. That is different. Okay, we proceed to the next experiment. Okay, for the calculate the velocity materials 1 and 2, the result for the velocity are also same like other experiment to find the velocity of glass, velocity for the water, velocity for the air. So the result is same. We just take from other result and paste here, but the difference is our materials. Materials. You can see in this experiment, material 1 is our air and material 2 is our glass. But here, as you can see in experiment 4, in material 1 is our water. It's not air already, but water. And the material 2 is air. So that is different. But the result is also same. Okay, so the graph is like this, and we get the gradient is y equals to 1.55 x minus 3.0194. That is our gradient result from our graph. Okay, we go to the experiment 5. The difference is material is glass to water. In experiment 4 is water to air, right? So here is glass to water. Okay, so the result is like this. I get this result. Okay, so we see that the T So the intensity is 100 also, but the reflection angle for material 2 is 34.3 and the intensity is 99.33, and the reflection angle for the material 1 is also same 30, but the intensity is 0.67%. Okay, you can see here I will change this in solution plus to water. Okay, plus water. Okay, plus water. Okay, you can see here the reflection angle is 34.3. Okay, so the reflection angle for the intensity for 34.3 in material water is 99.33. Okay, for the reflection angle material 1 is 0.67, right? So the speed for water is 0.75, same like we do the example 1 and example 2, and the glass is speed is 0.67. So the when we calculate the velocity is already same like others experiment. Okay, you can see this is our result for the velocity, and for the graph, you see here graph uh, different from others, and the gradient is y equals to 1.258 for x minus 2.3561. Okay, this is our gradient, right? So we go to proceed to the next. On the last of experiment is glass to air. The material is glass to air. Okay, so the result is like this. We can see here the result is for intensity 30, for inclination angle is 100%, but the material to diffraction angles is 48.5, and the intensity is 89.848%. But the diffraction angle is also same like incident angle for material 1, but the intensity is different, 10.5, oh sorry, 10.52%. Okay, so how I get it is changed to glass to air. Glass, okay, we already get glass and air. Okay, you can see here our reflection angle is 48.7 and the intensity is 89.41%, and the reflection angle intensity also 10.59%. So that is our result, and we put at the table. Okay, so when we calculate the velocity, it's also same. For the material 1 is the speed is 0.67 and the answer is 0.01 times 10 power of 9 meter per second. Okay, for the material 2 is 1.00 C because it's air, material air. So the speed is 1.00. See, speed for the material L is 1.00 C and speed for the glass is 0.67 C. Okay. So the result for velocity of air is 0.3 times 10 power of 9 meter per second. Okay, we proceed to the question 2. You can see here difference graph and the gradient. The gradient I get it is y equals to 1.8436x minus 4.2679. That is difference. So that is the gradient for the last experiment I get from the graph. So That's all from my report.